Welcome to this week's episode of Kit Season, and we have a fun one for you today.
Yeah, we do.
Uh, we got some lots of alternate kits today, so should be a lot of fun. It will be basically everything that we talk about for the league for doing with alt kits. Just have fun with it, and I think they've done that. So
Agreed. So
so
I'm excited. Yeah.
yeah, we're all excited. We're also rocking some kits that we'll show off at the end here. And once again, we are still in Pride Month. Quick shout out to Pride Raiser if you haven't gotten involved with your local supporter group there.
I'm in
So,
3.
and financially only in one. So yeah, so quick shout out to Pride Raiser. Love you guys and love what you do there. So let's start off the show here. We're going to our friends down in Asheville City with their, as what they've dubbed, the Blue Ghost Firefly kits. I believe it's a typical Firefly from the region, so they want to pay homage to it. So
Yeah.
I think it's fun for them. I think,
Yeah, I love this kit personally. Like, I will be honest, when I first saw the pictures of the kit, you couldn't really see the bottom of the kit too much,
Mhm.
and it kind of just looked like a blue navy kit. I'm like, oh, okay, like this is what we're going with. But then you could see the bottom for the next picture, so I'm like, okay, this is really cool. I could see one problem being if you're a shirt tucker in, if you're a guy who tucks in your shirt while you play, if you're a Sean Tosh, then you're not going to be able to see the detail of this kit, like what makes this kit
Right,
special. They did do a really
right.
cool job with their badge. They made like the badge like a neon sign type thing. So that's
Mhm.
a really cool added feature to it. But I mean, otherwise, I mean, it's a sick kit. I love it.
Yeah.
And again, if I had the extra funds, I would probably be purchasing it. But this is more of something like I would hope somebody would buy for me. You know what I mean? Like this is
Yeah,
birthday,
I
Christmas
yeah,
gift.
I definitely agree with you on that. I will say, given that there is a lot of green in in like the photo here of like all the surroundings, I would have personally seen maybe just a hint of that green in the kit instead of a blue on blue.
Yeah, I like
I
the
mean,
blue
I
on
can
blue.
see
I
why they
just feel
did
like
it.
the advertisements kind of screwed up how good this kit really looks.
Yeah,
Like the
agreed.
marketing is kind of failing this kit a little bit.
A little bit, but I will say though that that is a nice little photo though, little like nice and detailed, where also maybe a little bit more of the firefly effect, as to your point,
That part, yes.
maybe just a little bit higher up, like it could even go like mid chest, like your typical like half and half kits or like those like fade ones. You
Yeah,
could easily do that instead of like what quarter, I
yeah. I mean,
think.
that's like the perfect spot where your shorts will go if you tuck them in.
Right. So, I
So
mean, to me, honestly, I love the idea behind it, and you'll see my score right here. It's a 4. I couldn't give it much higher than this, honestly. I think this is definitely one that they put in the effort. They definitely try to do something to their community, have a little bit of fun, but maybe missed out a little bit on it. And but those kind of hurt it. And honestly, and for Asheville, they're known to be blue anyways. Their typical home is blue and white. So having an alt that's also blue, I have issues with that. That's me personally. So I would have loved it maybe if they went like, I don't know, that light blue instead. I don't know. Regardless, that's just me. So I can only give it a 4 out of 5. So that's just me.
yeah, that's just you.
Just me. Hey, it's unique. It's unique. But you, my friend, gave it a 4.5.
Right. Yeah, I kind of give this a perfect score because, like you said, I feel like the Fireflies should go up a little bit, but I like what they did with their logo. I like what they did even with like the sponsorship. Whoever
Yeah.
this Incredibles sponsorship is one of my favorite ones though, because I feel like they've always gone with the flow. Like if you
Yeah.
look at any of Astral's kits, it's always the same sponsor, but they've kind of done what they wanted it to do with the logo. You
Yes.
know, they
So
can.
applaud to them.
So I appreciate you logo for being willing to let the kid do what it wanted. Because if this was that big red eye like the other ones have had, this would not
No,
look good at all. That would just kill
no.
the kit. So
Mm-mm.
yeah, I
Hey, I
applaud
will
y'all.
say, yeah. So quick note: 4.3 overall for Asheville City. Good stuff on the alternate. I was actually wearing the last year's away kit that we got from our friends at Asheville City. And actually, someone in the grocery store was like, "Hey, only they're like, is that Brett? Because no one else in the city would be wearing that bright odd of a kit." So
Right.
he was like, "Oh my gosh!" He's like, he spotted me. So we chatted. So these kits will grab people's attention, especially some lower league kits. So
Yeah.
they're getting people's attention. I know this firsthand, since apparently I'm known. But
World famous, man. World famous.
yes, world famous. So
We're
yeah.
not we're not geo famous yet, but
Yes, but he also has some FIFA skills. So
ah,
those those track. But yeah, congrats to Asheville City. Keep it up. I love the city. Love this little homage. So good stuff from the Blue Ghost Firefly kit. So moving on. Next up to our frenemies, I'm gonna say, given that we're all kind of Midwest rivals here,
yeah.
uh, on this little, I don't know, little spot there between the cities. So, but we got their Pride kit, and honestly, so as much, I will say this: as much as I diss I think the away kit for being kind of all over the place with colors, for a Pride kit, I can see, especially an alternate, have a little bit more fun with it. And I think they did that, and it can work for it, but not as the overall away kit. But I do like the color choice. At least if there was a time and a place to kind of be all over the place, it would be an alternate, especially for a Pride kit. I don't know if they've worn it other times, but it would be a one-off. But I mean, the colors are fun, might be all over the place, but it is a Pride kit and it's colorful. So props to them for at least that.
It is colorful. That's what we can call it. It is very colorful. I don't like that they went orange as a majority. I don't know if that's a Detroit City color because I like the Tigers kind of navy and orange and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a little bit, kind of Cincinnati also has the orange with the Bengals, but I don't like it. And I want more Pride kits as much as possible because I feel like they do get to be unique with Pride kits, and I
Yeah.
feel like teams get to have fun and stuff like that. But this just maybe if you told me that this was some entry from some kid and stuff like that, like they had like a coloring contest to make a kit, and
Yeah.
this is what that won, I'd be all for it. I'm like, oh, this is it's so cool that
Fun.
a kid did that. But that's not what happened. Some professional person said, let's get 40 different colors and block them and put
Yeah.
them in different spots and make orange the majority of this color.
Yeah.
Because this doesn't look like a rainbow to
No,
me.
it doesn't. But I will say, I do like the goalkeeper kit better
Oh, the
than
gold,
the home kit.
actually, yeah, the blue, that baby blue with just the
That
pink
was good.
accents, that's a gorgeous kit.
That's
Yeah,
great. Like make that your alternate next year, because that is nice.
yeah, I love
Like
that baby blue kit.
it
We didn't
blends
rate that one
together.
though.
Yeah, I know we didn't. We don't do goalkeeper kits, but no, I mean,
Yet.
yeah. Oh boy. Um, but yeah, if they were going to go for a nice alternate with that, that blue, that would have been great. But their home is like, I give it props for being creative, but it falls flat on execution and actually trying to be something cohesive. So
Yeah,
kind of hurts
agreed.
it, which is what I can only give it a 3.5. I always give a little bit of credit towards Pride stuff. I always like, because I always know most of these kits will always have some sort of donations to it. So I know people will be buying this, and then those proceeds will be going to the community. And fans love colorful kits that's not their normal kits. I can tell you a bunch of BYB people wear a bunch of Pride kits, even though they're probably terrible design, but they just want something a little different every now and then. So
Yeah, and I'll agree with that 1000%. But this is the first Pride kit that I've ever seen that I just straight up didn't like.
yeah,
Like
that's fair.
usually, I mean, like
Indies
it,
had one.
Indies had a Pride kit that was rough.
Hmm.
I have to
I'll just show
look
you
back in the
later.
archives. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Like, I mean, there's a couple of like Louisville kids that I didn't really necessarily love, and like they did like the breast cancer kit, and they kind of forced it. It was just like purple with pink
Yeah.
accents and stuff like that. And it's kind of like that baby blue, except for purple, actually.
Yeah.
And it was okay. Like I've seen some okay ones, like boring, you know,
Yeah.
kind of just like, okay, we took our kit and changed the color. But this one is very disappointing.
Yeah. I mean, your
Just
score says so.
yeah.
2 out of 5. Hey,
And I,
I
I
just
probably
yeah.
bumped it up because it's Pride too. So
Hey, it is an average of 2.8. I will say this. They tried something, even though we haven't quite seen that on their home kits, even though that's what we traditionally speak. So that those are you generally off topic and you off can't touch those. But they had some fun with it. So I do gotta give them some props with that. You know, obviously they've only been in the league 3. I can't remember at this point.
2 years.
2 years now.
I
So
think
I
last
give
year
them a
was the
little.
first year.
Yeah, so I give them a little bit of time, a little bit of slack because they're starting to experiment. So that means that they're willing to try some stuff. Same with their away kit. It may not work, but they're experimenting. So hopefully soon we get some really good stuff from Detroit City. So
And you know what? I'll give them a slight benefit of the doubt because I wonder if this has to do with Adidas
mhm,
and what how much they're allowed to do. You
that's
know,
fair.
like are they just allowed to just change the color in certain spots of a kit?
Yeah,
So, change this to find, make all these different sections bright colors real quick. Okay, make the
that is
stripes,
fair.
make this red. So
Yeah,
that could
who
be a
knows?
benefit of the doubt, guess.
Well,
Otherwise,
yes. Please let us know, Detroit City fans, how you think about this kit. I think it's fun and colorful. Someone gives
what?
it to me, I'll probably wear it. I do have your previous Pride kit, which was excellent. I loved it. This one, I don't know. Let us know your thoughts about this. But overall, Detroit City, 2.8. So,
You- I've never heard of Detroit City fans letting people know their opinions. They are known to be just quiet, non-cussable
like
fans.
Colorado fans.
I only know one
Go.
Colorado fan, and he's great. So
Yeah, I know. So he's the only one.
love you, FCN.
Yes, yes. Well, let us know. Please be nice to us. Let us know your thoughts on it. So, anyways, carry on to a nice little kit here. I don't know what's in the water in Tulsa right now, but they're just producing hot kits, at least
Yeah,
creative kits this season.
I think some
So
of that flaming hot powder from Cheetos is in their water right now because everything that they're dropping is just hot.
it's good stuff. And they've really leaned into that the teal and gold this year. And
Yes.
I love that. So introducing their latest alternate kit. It's the Indigenous Peoples Kit. This is fun. I love the scissor-tailed flycatcher, and I've thrown that in on there. And if I'm not mistaken, they actually collaborated with local
Indigenous
indigenous
artists.
peoples. Yeah, from the
Yeah.
area. Because,
Like,
obviously Oklahoma was basically a state made for all the indigenous people that got basically forcibly moved and
right.
formed into Oklahoma. So there's a large population out there. So kudos to FC Tulsa for dipping into the community. Also, with their other alternate, yes, they have four. They have four kits this year. We'll get to
Yeah.
that other one later. Just diving into all of that local community stuff, and this is just really fun and great to see from an organization. Like, besides the execution itself, this is well done.
Yeah. This is one of the few times that I feel like that Williams logo has kind of been in the way before. I feel like it almost goes with it. Like it looks like the birds are
Right?
flying with it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I mean, like we said, that this is actually designed. I think we actually have it at the top there, designed by Jessica Haro. So
Yes. Shut up.
So it's nice to see that like local artists and indigenous, or at least indigenous artists, had a say in this. This wasn't, you know, some whitewash
Corporate.
type, corporate
Yeah.
type, you know, money grab and stuff like that that you always have to watch out for, especially in June and stuff like that.
Yes,
I
yes.
know indigenous people is not part of Pride, uh, but man, I'm getting canceled real quick. Uh,
Gosh.
but it's just you always have to watch out for that, and the fact that this is actually, first of all, it's like their logo, anyways, is that
Right.
the scissor
That
tail.
flycatcher. Yep.
So, and they just made this kit is just beautiful. I love it.
So fun. Honestly, if this is to me a kit that you wear it, you're gonna get eyeballs. Outside of just the color itself with that teal just like
Yeah,
pops, it's just different. You know what I mean? And like it's not something that you see every day, particularly here in the US with sports jerseys. You're starting to see a change in MLB a little bit, but those are still baseball jerseys, so you kind of see those from a mile away. Same with hockey sweaters. They're starting to change those. But like this this looks nice. You know what I mean? And it's just fun and colorful. I would buy this personally,
yeah,
which
thousand
I
percent.
don't know why I put a 4 here, to be
Mm,
honest.
the
I think yeah,
disrespect.
that's actually a missed typo here. That's actually on me. Should be higher. This is really good. This is definitely one that I would want to buy. So kudos to FC Tulsa. Y'all keep doing good stuff. Also, shout out to our friend. I gotta pull up his name real quick. And, our friend here, Schwenky, I'm saying his name from Twitter. He's the creative director from Tulsa for the heads up on this kit. So he gave me a little bit
Nice.
of a shout out. So shout out to you for this and kudos stuff for what you're doing out there. So, and obviously based off the pride and love from Foxy here, he gave it a 5.
1,000%. Yeah, this is gorgeous, and I've always had nothing but respect for the indigenous people of, America, like actual Americans, and just love everything they represent. And I love that this kit, they actually have a kit to represent them.
Right? Because there aren't many soccer teams that will even address that. Obviously, there aren't many teams in that whole region, so it's glad that
Right,
the few are acknowledging it. So
right.
good stuff. Good stuff. 4.5. That will be adjusted here with a little bit of the math from my score. So this is a minimum of 4.5 at a minimum for me. So probably
That's a
5
4.8.
territory. 4.8, yes.
Or if it's not
4.8.
a,
So
unless you give it a 5, then it's a 5.
yeah. So, anyways, this is a really well done kit from FC Tulsa. Hey, if you guys want to in the future, let us know some more of this stuff, and we'll
Yes.
probably rock it on the show. But
Oh yeah.
yes,
Oh,
kudos to our friends. Good stuff there with the Indigenous Peoples kit. Keep it up this season. Too bad the season. We're like halfway through the season, so I don't know if they can keep releasing kits, but
we'll see.
we'll keep our
Why
eyes
not?
out. We'll
Why
keep our
not?
eyes out. Yeah.
New kid every
Let's
week.
pull a Vegas on us. Anyways, moving on. We've got up next Colorado Springs Switchbacks, and
Speaking of
they're
Colorado.
yeah. Speaking of SCN, you might like this, and they're
Huh.
black and very creatively named Black and Cyan Splatter Kit because guess what? It's a black kit with cyan splatters. Wow, creative
Yeah.
names here. 10 out of 10 creative. Wow.
Except for I
Re-
wouldn't even call that cyan.
I know it's
It's more of
probably
a
their
royal blue.
cyan. Yeah, I know. It's probably their cyan, which I will say
Sure.
I do like their color change that they did a few
I
years back with that
yeah.
remodel.
Yes. I
So
love this blue.
so yeah. So besides that though, you can't say much about this kid. It's black with blue splatters. So I don't know what else there is. Obviously it's by Capelli Sports, so good seeing a different sponsor being thrown in to the heavy Adidas and Puma USL.
Uh,
So I mean, it's good stuff. Honestly, it's a nice. I don't know if it's a template, but this is a solid, basic kit. Nothing to drag home about, but this is a nice entry by Colorado.
Yeah, I've always liked what Colorado does. Usually they're one of those teams, kind of like Oakland was this year, where it's like I really like both the kits, but they're usually like just a black and
Mm,
white version of the same kit. You
yeah,
know what I mean? So this year they did not do that. They do have a black and white kit, black, this one being the black one and the away
yeah,
one being the white one.
the white.
But the white one looks different than this kit. But I really like this kit personally. Like I feel like is it simple? Yes. But is it like nice and simple? Yeah, like this is
I just see that.
yeah, like this is something as our buddy Kayla would say, like you could just wear walking down the street, it's I'll go with jeans, it'll go, it's not crazy creative, it's not like crazy like
Mm-mm.
my kit that I'm wearing or a bright
No,
orange kit with random colored sleeves like the other ones we saw today. Like this is cool looking and I personally really love it, honestly.
yeah. I will say this to that point. If you throw on a collar on it, I'd probably buy this because I need some more black collared kits in my collection. Anyways, so that just speaks to how well, put together it is. But for me, this only is a 3.5 out of me. You know,
Yeah,
it's
it's kind of
a
basic.
clean design. It's something that I could see myself wearing, but it's not something I'm gonna go out and trying to get. So Colorado, nice use of the black and cyan splatter right there. And Foxy here, based off of his indication of liking it, 4.5.
Yeah, I really like it. Like if this was my team, I would have it. I would wear it almost every day.
Yeah,
Like, it's a sharp looking kit, and I feel like Colorado's always done that. Like nothing like to make you go like, wow, did you see that kid over there? But it's not like, ugh, did you see that kid over
right,
there? You know,
right,
like this
right.
is
And
just they make good kits.
I will say it probably helps with the nice color palette they have, the white,
Yes.
black, and that cyan. So really good color choice out there for Colorado Springs. So good stuff for you. Average of a 4 from the Kit Season Squad for your splatter kit. So
Nice.
last kit of the day, and this is the
Or is it?
hype kit. Yeah, yeah. Two kits actually, but this is the
Whoa.
Mingo verse kits. Especially they're diving into the whole something verse trend that's been happening
Yeah,
all across media.
Spideyverse and
You got multiverse, you got everything that has a verse, DC verse, whatever, you name it. We got the
la 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 la.
the Mingo verse kit, which little precursor, if you don't know what this kit is, it is actually a reversible kit. So what you
Inside
have,
Out.
yes, on the primary kit, which I think is my favorite, is that black and kind of 3D looking kind of blue
Yeah,
and
with
red right
the
down
blue
the
and red,
middle.
like
And
3D
then when you,
glasses.
yes, yeah. And then when you flip it inside out, you did that pink and whatever that shape is or pattern, you did that on the inside with the logo switch insides. So Mingo Crest. So that is the Mindoverse kit. They had a similar kit to 2 years ago.
I
What
think
was
so.
it?
Yeah, last year they
Two,
didn't have the
that's
yeah.
right. Yeah. So 2 years ago, they released a similar style kit with the inverse. So I would say I like this one better personally. So kudos to them for increasing on it. Same color schemes a little bit, but better overall. I personally, this is just me. If I would buy this kit alone for that black top.
Yeah.
The black kit itself is amazing, and I would rock that all day. Like it's just fun colors and it's just creative. You don't see that around. But then when you flip it inside out, though, you get that. I want to put it this way: over patterned type of kit. Do you know what I mean? Like there's like
Yeah.
too much of the pattern instead of like some like it could have even just stopped at the sleeve and then just made it black and it would have been fine, or even a blue or pink, whatever. Seems to be a little bit like in your face with the pattern. But
Which
that's
is
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to be like those 3D things at the mall that if you ever seen mall rats and you
Yeah.
stare at the weird 3D print that has all the designs on it and you're supposed to see a sailboat. And I feel like it's supposed to be like that kind of thing. But if you look deeply into it, the pink are flamingos flying.
Okay.
And
I
then I
never
don't know
quite
exactly
see
what the
that.
blue is, but there is the pink flamingos flying with the black on the thing. Maybe that's just the sky or the
Maybe.
ocean. But so that's what that is. And I mean, I really like it, but I could definitely see other people being like, that's really busy.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts. I mean, hey, kudos for them for leaning hard into this 3D kit. Like they advertise it as a kit as if you're look like as you see in the background, you're watching a movie wearing 3D goggles.
Right.
So they actually leaned into the theme and the name of the kit. We'll get to a team in a later episode who failed to do that. But this team, they leaned hard into it and they produced a kit that matches what description is, and that's what we got here.
Yeah.
So
So
hey,
should we
yeah,
tell them how we judge this one?
yes. So
Because
given
it's
the yeah,
two, but it's also one.
yeah, it's basically two kits here. So here is how we did this. So we took we basically individually rated each side of the kit. So in my case, for the black, I would give it 2 scores, and then average. I would give the black an average score, and then I would rate that pink, and then I'd average those to get my score. And then Fox would do the exact same thing.
Yep.
And then that would be our average. So what comes out to be here, based off that criteria, mine gets a weird 4.15 because I did not like the pink. I actually gave full credit. The black I gave a 4.5. Could have probably even given it a 5. With the pink, a paltry 3.75 for my liking. So we get my average of a 4.15.
That's
Now
hilarious.
Spots here with a 4.75 average, with a solid 5 for the home, well deserved, and then a 4.5 on the pink, given his average of a 4.75.
Yeah.
So that's the composite of our scores, and then put together Needleverse, you did
Oh,
a nice 4.5. So the math works out.
yeah,
So
ended up pretty.
yes, it did. I was a little concerned by my 3.75, how it throw everything off. So fun stuff from, Ford Madison. So
Forward Madison doing what they do. Just
yes,
make cool kits and innovative kits too.
yes,
I kind of
very
want to see
innovative.
if I could get some, classic red and blue 3D glasses and if it would actually do anything to look at their kit
Ooh.
with it.
Hey,
Because
we
that'd be
know some
cool.
friends at Madison, so
Hey,
maybe we can reach out to the social
Omar.
media guy. Oh, also
Oh
Omar,
yeah.
yes.
Oh yeah, the social media
we, we
guy.
have lots of friends. We have lots of friends in Madison. So hey, maybe if you can answer a question. So hard pressed questions here
Right.
at kit season. So congrats, Ford Madison, for continually pushing the envelope, and I think making Lead One a very attractive lead to watch, at least from your kits. So well done to you guys. So up next, we got our
Yeah.
review here. So quick review. We got Asheville City with the Blue Ghost Firefly kit with a 4.3, Detroit City Pride the 2.8, FC Tulsa with the Indigenous Peoples kit with a 4.5, Colorado Springs with their black cyan splatter. I cannot stop laughing at that, with a 4.0 out of 5. And then lastly, Ford Madison and your Mingoverse alternate with a 4.5. So overall, this was a solid episode, 4.02 average, and
Nice.
all across from League 2, League 1, and Championship. So alternate season is the
Alt
fun
season.
season. Yes, alt season's the best season,
Yeah, Louisville.
besides just kit season.
Where's our alt kit? Where's our
Hey, I'm
typical
still
black kit that we get every year?
hey, I'm still waiting on Indy to have even just a wearable alt kit and not just their Indy 500
The
kit
Indy
to be
500
released.
non-wear,
Right?
non-played in alt kit.
So so annoying. That's a pet peeve
Money
of mine.
grab.
Anyways, yes. So, anyways, 4.02, solid performance once again by these USL clubs. Keep up the creativity, keep trying stuff. And Detroit City, it will get better. Please. Please get better. So quick shout outs. Let's go first out to Phoenix with their 2023 pre-match pride kit that they released.
Yeah, this is
And
really nice.
Oh, this is splendid. And all proceeds will be donated to the One Community Arizona Foundation. So awesome to see that. This is just so fun. This reminds me of a tie-dye shirt almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it has
This is
like
just
kind of
fun.
the swirls going through it.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like that soapy water that you could
Oh,
do like
yeah,
back in
yeah.
elementary school or middle school, probably elementary school.
Yeah.
And then like the 3D or not 3D, but like the tie-dye rainbow. See, like this is what you
Mhm.
do. This is a rainbow kit, but you do it cool. You know, they didn't just
But
mix and match parts of their sleeves and stuff.
hey, if this would have been their alt kit, I would have been fine with that, given Phoenix Rising's colors too, which is just a white kit and a black and red stripe. So this would have been a great just alternate in general.
Yeah,
So
should have played a game in this.
could have, but it's just a warm up kit. So shout out to Phoenix Rising and for doing the decent thing and donating the proceeds.
Yeah.
Speaking of warm up kits, go to your friends Louisville City with their Pride Night kits.
And that's my buddy Mike at the top. Hi, Mike.
Yeah.
We're not really close friends, but we met a couple times, and he's really nice.
Acquaintances. So, so shout out to Louisville City for a nice little, pre-game Pride kit, just like Louisville. Not Louisville, like Phoenix Rising.
Phoenix.
Yes. All proceeds will go to Louisville Pride and the Louisville Youth Group. So glad to see that, and not just like, none of it like
not a money grab.
Teams. Yes. So kudos to them. It is a warm-up kit, so I give it that what it is. It's not as fun as Phoenix's. I will grant them that.
Yeah.
But if I'm a Louisville fan, I would buy this just because it's different and it's actually maybe a little bit better than their typical just black kits. So
I will say you did miss the back.
Oh,
the back
shoot.
is actually
Okay.
really cool because it says love all, and then like where the number is,
Ooh.
it has the XI 11, so like love all 11. And it's really cool, like bubble letters and really cool looking. So I feel like, because I really like, honestly, if you just look at the shirt that they're wearing right there, you look at the front, it's kind of plain, but I kind of like it too because it's simple with the rainbow going
It's
down
wearable.
and everything. Yeah, it's wearable and it's pride, but not, and which I'm okay with either one because I really like Phoenix's a lot, and that was pride.
Yes.
So either way, it definitely works for me. But
Yes.
their back just really sells this for me. Like this could be a boring T-shirt for some people, but the back just really pops and really cool. Love all 11. That was their big thing for the Pride match the other night.
Yep, it says right there at the top of it, love all 11. So
oh yeah,
kudos to Louisville City. I don't give them many kudos, but kudos to them for actually doing a Pride kit. So I know Indy has some gear, but they won't have a warm-up kit, at least not right now. So kudos to them for that. And it's a different design on the front, and I should have gotten the back. So maybe I'll show that in next episode. So kudos to you guys. So up next, update our rankings for our top 10. We do have a new entry into the top 10.
Woo!
Actually, two of them actually. For at least for this season, we got the Indigenous Peoples Kit coming in number 9, and then that Mindoverse alt at number 10. So
man, we got a lot of 4.5s.
We do, yes. Yeah, I think it's all me, to be honest, and my reluctance
ruining everything
to give stuff a 5. So we'll just go with that. So, yep, 2 new entries. So well done. And our top 10 for the season's all over the place. So all across the
which
USL.
I appreciate. Yeah.
Yes. So overall, though, we had nothing new into our top 10 overall, though, of all time. Pretty heavy on from 2022 kits and some of the top tier 23 kits from this season. So nothing new up there, but we have some new all-time rankings. So how do I phrase this?
We
Fox
went
and I
through
decided,
all of the boring kits and
yes,
just kind of just ranked them ourselves because
yes,
we didn't want to make 80 shows of meh kits because
yes,
there's a lot of
simplest.
kits in the USL.
Yeah.
So
I think if let me look at how much we still have 34 to go. So we
yeah,
have lots to go still. So we decided to weed out some of the terrible ones, and they are now at the bottom. Lots of them. How do I say
and they're
that?
all in the championship.
Yes, outside of Lonely Charlotte Independence from last season. RIP. So we do have a new bottom of the bottom from Memphis. Their secondary from this season. I think that's like their white version. I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Memphis. Okay, quick tangent on them. Y'all have one of the amazing crests in the league with amazing colors, and yet your primary is just black, and your
It's
secondary is just white.
it's the
Come on,
black Puma
Bumblebee.
beehive template, and then the white one is the weird arrows going up, and it's just like white and a different slight other white.
Yeah. Like, come on, Memphis. You have some great colors, and you're not even using your primary color. Even last year, you still had at least the blue kits.
Yeah,
Your colors are blue and whatever that pink maroon is.
and heck,
Come
that
on.
was a typical not Memphis, but a Puma
Yeah.
template too. But like it worked really well with the Memphis logo because it was the weird circles, and
Yep.
they had the circles
And it was actually
actually,
blue.
and it was blue. So like it almost looked like it was a part of your kit, like you did it on purpose.
So yeah. So little peeves are
S-
there at you,
Step
Memphis.
up,
I
Memphis.
expect better. Yeah, step up, please. So yeah, so you see a lot of new bottom entries. We're now at 135 kits total that we have now done in 2 seasons. So
Woo.
shout out to that. We've done a lot here. As always, please follow us on Twitter. I know there hasn't been a whole lot of kits being released recently, but you still want to keep up to date with us on Twitter. We will also be reviewing some the Gold Cup kits, the
Yeah.
this group phase and onward, all those teams. We're not talking about all of CONCACAF here. We're talking just the group phases of the Gold Cup that is happening right now. So be sure to follow us for more updates, and we like fan interaction. So
Yeah. Tell us we're wrong. Tell
please,
us we're right.
yes.
Whatever. Tell us.
Or if you see a kid that we somehow miss, let us know, and we'll gladly talk about it. So
Yeah. Tag us.
yes, follow us at Kit Season, all caps. So now, very quickly, let's go ahead and do a quick little shout out. Real quick, yeah, mine. I'm gonna go first. This is the Grays Lake. It's their trans kit that they released a few, I think like a year ago or so. So it's a fun little colorful kit, and it has a little bit of a pattern down here as well.
Oh,
So it's not, yeah, it's a fun little. I think purple's the main color to go with the pink and blue. So shout out to Grays Lake for this kit.
nice. And I just got this from my wifey, but it's
Hmm.
for Father's Day, and she actually messaged Brett and got some help there. So I appreciate that. And we didn't get to really talk. I mean, we talked about it a little bit, but this is a goalie kit for this
Yes.
year that they just came out with the 90s theme. But I love it. And Hummel just makes so comfortable. And actually, I found out that for medicine, they have like special badges. They have the 5-year anniversary badge that you can get on extra, and of course the USL badge. So that's really cool. That
Yeah,
I didn't realize that they even had a 5-year anniversary special
I didn't either.
badge.
Hey, that means League One is now 5 years old. Time's flown.
Happy birthday, League One.
A little late because we're like halfway through the season, I guess. So yes, so your wife has some lovely taste since I gave her a bunch of options. So shout
Love
out
it.
to the wife supplying us with kits. So yes, that is our show. Please be on the lookout for new polls, the Gold Cup stuff that will be coming out. Also, 4th of July coming up, so we'll probably have a little bit of fun there. We'll probably do it Gold Cup stuff there, maybe dive into US hits a little bit more. But
Yeah.
so please be on the lookout and always follow us on Twitter. Tag us, let us know what's right and what's wrong, and just interact with us. So yeah, that's all we got today. So be tuned for the next episode.
We love you.
Yeah.